over here.
Getting ready for pattern day.
And then number 6 will be over.
Boys and
along
girls
that
are on
over there,
the tennis court.
in the corner.
And we're getting ready to do some repeating
Beautiful.
patterns
Okay, make
this
sure
beautiful
you've got
day
at least 2 people in
using
the class from the opposite class. And go.
sidewalk chalk,
If you don't, come back and
placemats,
Cameraman?
cones, hula hoops, dead chickens, actually rubber chickens, and rings. We're excited. Stay tuned. Mr. Gray's giving out the goods. We're all in our groups and we are excited to make some patterns.
One hula hoop and 1 chicken. Careful. Okay, so looking at the pattern that you see here, what would you say is the pattern? What did they do? Somebody tell me. What did they do? Yeah, what they do?
They did cone, wing, cone, wing, cone, wing, and then they went to mat, wing, mat, wing, mat, wing, mat, wing, mat, wing.
Okay, can I ask a question? Are they going by color, do you think?
Yes.
Could it be, do you think this is done maybe by color and not by ring mat or ring cone? Or do you think maybe it's a ring mat kind of
It was
pattern?
color. Like most of these all have to be the same color, like the wings.
Okay, so do they match that way? So is it red, 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 red? Oh wait, that's red, blue. And then it goes red, pink. So I don't know, is it by color, do you think?
No.
Okay, so if it's not color, then what kind of pattern? Now somebody in the other group made a comment about something they saw in this row that doesn't look quite right, that maybe they ran out of something. What do you think?
They started.
Yes? Okay, so maybe the mats went in? Okay, if that's the case, then what is the repeating pattern? Let's assume we started here. What would the pattern be that repeats all the way through? What is it? Anybody? Who knows?
A growing?
What's the growing pattern? Yeah, what is it? What's the core? The part that repeats, that pattern rule. What is it that repeats all the time? Yeah, what is it?
Each time.
Maybe. What is it?
Like. You don't want to know. They try to like start with one.
Yes.
But then they wanted to like trick you or something.
I don't think so. I think what the rest of the boys and girls were saying about maybe replacing something because they ran out might be what the situation that happened. So let's assume, come down here for a minute, everybody. Let's assume we started here. Let's go through the pattern and see what it is. It starts with a, and then goes to a, and then a, and then a, and then a. Okay, so what's the consistent? What's the one thing that's always the same? What's all the same?
The rings.
The rings are all the same. So then so what's next? What's the second thing they put down? A mat. So do you think maybe the pattern might be ring mat and then that's what's repeating? Is that possible?
Well, I don't think, because there's these cones.
Okay, but let's assume for a minute that these are supposed to be mats. Would that make sense?
Yes, but then, unless they went and asked something, then they're just going to say those were mats.
Can you not walk on it, especially when it's being videotaped? And you're
But
not
I
on
think this
video?
pattern, was the one that I liked because it was really different. Who can tell me, who's in, what was group 5, right?
Yep.
Okay, this is group 5 up here that did this one? Okay, so I want somebody from who haven't I picked? Group 2 yet? 4? I haven't done 4? Okay, let's do group 4. So somebody from group 4, raise your hand and come on up and tell me what the pattern is that these people created. Who can tell me what the pattern is? And this is really neat. Right? Who can tell me what it is? Okay, come on up and tell us. What is the pattern that was created?
Person, mat, dome. Person, mat, dome. Person, mat, dome.
And they did a person down there as well, right? All right. That's really cool. And I love the idea of using something really different, kind of like the last one we looked at where we said, it could have been anything that we threw in between those rings and those domes, right? Very good idea. I like that a lot.
You guys stay there.
It's a ring mat all the way through. I think that's very possibly what it is.
Yeah, but
'Cause that would
then-
make sense if you start down there, because that's where they started. I watched them put it down. They started there and went this way.
Maybe they went up that, so they just
I
said
think
the
you're right.
word
I think they ran out and they substituted the
I think
cones
that's
in for the
absolutely
mats.
what it is.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Look at the pattern of the, this is a nice big pattern, isn't it? Really long. All right, where do you think the start is?
Right here.
Here, maybe? All right, well, let's start down here. Okay, so what they start with? They
Happy face.
yeah, and then they did a,
Ring.
and then a,
Poly spot.
and then a.
Cone.
Okay, where? And then they went next to a,
Happy face.
and then a.
Ring. Poly spot. Cone.
Oh, now, is that the pattern or is it by color? Because there's a lot of, seems like sometimes there's some groupings of colors too. Would that be possible?
Yeah.
You think maybe?
Blue, orange.
Oh, then that goes off, right? Because that's a blue and it's not an orange anymore, right? Okay, so maybe it's not by color?
Yeah.
Okay, so then what's the repeating pattern? What's the core of the pattern that they put? Who can tell me?
Happy face.
Yeah.
Ring. Poly spot. Cone.
And then it just repeats, doesn't it? How many times did they repeat it? Somebody count. Somebody go down there and count. Go down there and count. Put that down off your face. Go
7
count.
times.
Double check and make sure.
7 times. 7 times.
Is it 7?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Most awesome.
Somebody from group 5, tell me what the pattern is. Who wants to do it, please? Who can do it? Nobody from group 5 knows. All right, I'll pick somebody from group 1 to tell me then. Somebody from group 1. All right, come on up and tell us what it is. What is the pattern that they wrote, or made, I should say?
Shoe, cone, mat, ring, star. Shoe, cone, mat, ring, star. Shoe, cone, mat, ring, star. Shoe, cone, mat, ring, star.
That's a great pattern, that one right there, right?
Hold on,
How many
I-
items did they have in that to make up that pattern, that core or the repeating pattern? How many items were in it? Do you remember how many?
5.
There was 5 items, right, to make that up. That's great, and I love the idea that you went and drew some things on the ground as well. I thought that was pretty neat,
Well done.
right?